Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to reveal something most people discover too late in life, the truth behind wealth no one told us. From childhood, many of us were taught that wealth belongs to lucky people, highly educated people, or those born into rich families. We were told to study hard, get a safe job, work for 40 years, and somehow success would magically arrive. But the reality is different. Wealth is not only about money. It is about mindset, habits, discipline, and understanding the game most people never learn. Today, I will share 5 powerful truths about wealth that can completely change your life if you truly understand them. One of the biggest lies society teaches is that money is the most valuable thing in life. People spend decades chasing salaries, promotions, and financial security, believing that earning more money automatically means becoming more successful. But the truth is far deeper than that. Money can be lost and earned again. Businesses can fail and be rebuilt. Investments can disappear in return. But time is the one thing that never comes back once it is gone. Every person on earth receives the same 24 hours each day. Rich or poor, powerful or ordinary, nobody can buy an extra hour. Yet the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is often found in how they use their time. Some waste years delaying their dreams, living without purpose, and repeating habits that lead nowhere. Others understand that every single day is an opportunity to build a better future. Most people trade their time directly for money. They work long hours, often doing things they dislike, simply to survive. There is nothing wrong with hard work, but the problem begins when people spend their entire lives trapped in a cycle where their income stops the moment they stop working. This creates stress, exhaustion, and a feeling of being stuck. Wealthy people think differently. Instead of only working for money, they focus on building systems, skills, businesses, and investments that continue producing value over time. This is why successful people are extremely protective of their time. They understand that distractions are dangerous. Endless scrolling on social media, gossip, negativity, and meaningless activities slowly steal years from a person's life without them realizing it. Many people say they want success, but their daily habits show otherwise. Great achievements are not created in one dramatic moment. They are built through small decisions repeated consistently over time. Time also reveals priorities. People often claim they have no time to learn, improve, exercise, or work on their dreams. But the truth is that everyone makes time for what they truly value. A person who spends hours watching entertainment but refuses to spend 30 minutes reading or learning is unconsciously choosing comfort over growth. Successful people understand that temporary sacrifice creates long-term rewards. Another important truth is that time invested in learning never goes to waste. Skills are among the greatest assets a person can build because knowledge creates opportunities that money alone cannot buy. A person may lose a job, but if they have valuable skills, discipline, and experience, they can rebuild their life again. This is why wealthy individuals constantly invest in self-improvement. They understand that becoming more valuable as a person increases their ability to create wealth. Patience is another powerful lesson connected to time. Many people quit too early because they expect immediate success. They plant seeds today and become frustrated when results do not appear tomorrow. But real success takes time to grow. Just like a tree needs years to become strong, wealth also requires consistency, learning, mistakes, and persistence. The people who achieve extraordinary things are usually the ones who stayed committed while others gave up. Time also teaches that life is unpredictable. Many people postpone happiness, family, dreams, and personal goals, believing they will eventually have enough time later. But later is never guaranteed. Wealth means having the freedom to control how you spend your days. It means creating a life where your time belongs to you instead of constantly being controlled by stress, fear, or survival. The people who truly understand success do not only ask how much money they are making. They ask whether they are using their time wisely, growing as individuals, and building a future that gives them freedom. Because at the end of life, nobody wishes they spent more time worrying, procrastinating, or chasing approval from others. People value the moments they invested in growth, purpose, relationships, and meaningful achievements. Many people believe success comes from motivation. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect moment, or the perfect feeling before taking action. They watch inspiring videos, read powerful quotes, and feel excited for a short period of time. But after a few days, that excitement fades, and they return to old habits again. This is why so many people start strong but never finish. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is what truly creates wealth, success, and lasting transformation. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. It means staying committed when things become difficult, boring, or uncomfortable. Successful people are not successful because they always feel motivated. They are successful because they continue taking action regardless of their emotions. They understand that feelings change every day, but habits shape the future. The truth is that small, disciplined actions repeated consistently over time create extraordinary results. A person who saves a small amount of money regularly builds financial stability. A person who reads daily becomes more knowledgeable over time. A person who exercises consistently becomes healthier and stronger. The result appear immediately, but discipline quietly changes a person's life day by day. Most people underestimate the power of consistency because they are addicted to quick results. They want success overnight, wealth without patience, and achievement without sacrifice. But real growth does not happen instantly. Every great business, career, and success story was built slowly through repeated effort. Behind every successful person are years of hard work, failures, lessons, and discipline that nobody saw. Discipline also separates dreamers from achievers. Millions of people have ideas, goals, and ambitions, but only a few are willing to stay consistent long enough to make them real. It is easy to talk about success when life is comfortable. It becomes much harder when problems appear, when progress feels slow, or when nobody supports your vision. This is where discipline becomes powerful. It allows a person to continue moving forward even when motivation disappears. One of the suggested enemies of discipline is distraction. Modern life constantly pulls attention away from meaningful goals. Social media, entertainment, laziness, and procrastination consume countless hours every day. Many people waste years being busy but not productive. Discipline requires controlling these distractions and focusing on actions that create long-term value instead of temporary pleasure. Another important truth is that discipline builds self-respect. Every time a person keeps their promises to themselves, they become mentally stronger. Waking up early, finishing important tasks, avoiding unhealthy habits, and staying committed to goals create confidence from within. Over time, disciplined people begin trusting themselves more because they know they can rely on their own actions instead of depending on emotions. Successful people also understand that discipline creates freedom. At first, discipline may feel difficult because it requires sacrifice and effort, but eventually it uses a life with more opportunities, financial security, confidence, and peace of mind. In contrast, lack of discipline often creates stress, regret, debt, and disappointment. Temporary comfort may feel good today, but long-term discipline creates a better future. Failure is another area where discipline matters greatly. Everyone experiences setbacks, mistakes, and difficult moments. The difference is that disciplined people do not allow failure to stop them permanently. They learn from problems, adjust their strategies, and continue working toward their goals. They understand that success is not about being perfect. It is about refusing to quit. The most powerful thing about discipline is that it transforms ordinary people into extraordinary individuals. Talent can help, intelligence can help, and luck can help, but discipline multiplies every advantage a person has. A disciplined person with average talent often achieves more than a talented person without focus or consistency. This is because disciplined actions create momentum, and momentum creates results. Every successful life is built through repeated daily choices. The decision to keep learning, keep improving, keep working, and keep believing eventually shapes a person's destiny. While others wait for inspiration, disciplined people quietly build the future they once dreamed about. In today's world, many people have become obsessed with looking wealthy instead of actually becoming wealthy. Social media has created a dangerous illusion where success is measured by expensive cars, luxury vacations, branded clothes, and a glamorous lifestyle. Every day people scroll through pictures and videos that make wealth appear easy, perfect, and flashy. As a result, countless individuals begin chasing appearances instead of building real financial security and inner peace. The truth is that looking rich and being wealthy are completely different things. Many people spend money they do not have just to impress people who do not truly care about them. They buy expensive items to gain attention, approval, or status, while silently struggling with stress, debt, and financial pressure behind closed doors. Real wealth is not about showing off. Real wealth is about freedom, stability, and having control over your life. A person can wear simple clothes, drive an ordinary car, and still possess more financial power than someone living a flashy lifestyle. Truly wealthy people often understand the importance of protecting their money instead of constantly displaying it. They focus on building assets, investing wisely, and creating long-term security rather than wasting resources trying to impress strangers. One of the biggest traps in modern society is comparison. People constantly compare their lives to others without understanding the full reality behind what they see online. Social media usually shows highlights, not struggles. It shows luxury but hides debt. It shows success but hides stress. Many individuals feel unhappy not because their lives are bad, but because they are comparing themselves to carefully edited images that do not represent reality. This obsession with appearances creates endless pressure. People work harder just to maintain an image instead of building a meaningful life. They feel forced to keep upgrading their lifestyle even when it damages their mental peace and financial health. Instead of saving, investing, or learning valuable skills, they spend money on temporary satisfaction and external validation. Real wealth looks very different from what society often promotes. Real wealth means being able to sleep peacefully at night without constant financial fear. It means having savings during difficult times. It means having the freedom to make choices without desperation controlling your decisions. A wealthy life is not measured only by possessions, but by peace of mind, confidence, health, relationships, and freedom. Another important truth is that many suck. Essential people live below their means. They understand that discipline with money creates long-term power. Instead of buying liabilities that lose value, they focus on acquiring assets that grow over time. They understand delayed gratification. While others chase instant pleasure, disciplined individuals build foundations that create lasting success. The desire to impress others can become extremely dangerous because it often leads people away from their real goals. Some individuals sacrifice their future trying to appear successful in the present moment. They enter unnecessary debt, ignore important responsibilities, and lose focus on personal growth simply to maintain an image. But appearances fade quickly. True financial strength is built quietly through patience, smart decisions, and consistency. People who understand real wealth also stop seeking validation from the outside world. They no longer feel the need to prove their worth through material things. Their confidence comes from knowing they are building a stable future, improving themselves, and living according to their values instead of society's expectations. There is also a deeper kind of wealth that money alone cannot buy. Peaceful relationships, good health, emotional stability, freedom from constant stress, and the ability to spend quality time with loved ones are forms of wealth many rich-looking people never experience. A person may own expensive possessions yet still feel empty, anxious, and unhappy inside. True success comes when a person stops chasing attention and starts chasing purpose. The goal should never be to make people think you are wealthy. The goal should be to create a life filled with security, growth, freedom, and inner peace. Because in the end, real wealth is not about what people see from the outside. It is about the strength, stability, and fulfillment a person feels within themselves. One of the greatest truths about wealth is something many people completely misunderstand. They believe wealth comes only from taking, earning, or gaining for themselves. But in reality, lasting success is often built by helping other people succeed. The people who create the most value in the world are usually the ones who solve problems, improve lives, and contribute something meaningful to others. Money is simply a reward for value. The more useful a person becomes, the greater their opportunities often become. Businesses grow because they provide solutions. Doctors earn respect because they help people heal. Teachers change lives by sharing knowledge. Entrepreneurs succeed because they create products or services that improve people's daily lives. Wealth follows usefulness. Many people focus only on what they can get from the world, but successful individuals often focus first on what they can give. They ask themselves important questions. How can I help people? What problem can I solve? What skill can I develop that makes life easier for others? This mindset changes everything because it shifts attention away from selfish thinking and toward creating impact. The world rewards people who bring value consistently. A person who develops strong communication skills can inspire others. A person who learns technology can build tools that help businesses grow. A person with leadership abilities can motivate teams and create opportunities for many people. Every valuable skill becomes a way of serving others while also building personal success. Helping others does not always mean giving money or making huge sacrifices. Sometimes it means sharing knowledge, offering support, creating opportunities, or simply treating people with honesty and respect. Small acts of value often create powerful long-term results. Many successful relationships, careers, and businesses begin through trust, kindness, and genuine contribution. Another important truth is that selfish success rarely brings lasting fulfillment. A person may become rich financially, but if they care about themselves, they often feel empty inside. Human beings naturally desire purpose and connection. Helping others creates meaning that material possessions alone can never provide. Some of the happiest and most respected people in the world are those who use their success to improve the lives of others. Successful people also understand the importance of building strong relationships. Wealth is not created completely alone. Opportunities often come through people. Mentors, business partners, customers, friends, and supportive communities all play important roles in success. Individuals who treat people poorly may gain temporary advantages, but lasting success usually belongs to those who build trust and positive relationships over time. Generosity is another powerful principle connected to wealth. People with an abundant mindset believe there are enough opportunities for everyone to grow. Instead of being jealous or negative about others' success, they become inspired by I. First, you think it's temporary. They support others, collaborate, and celebrate progress because they understand that helping others rise does not reduce their own potential. Many of the world's greatest success stories were built by solving large problems for large numbers of people. Companies become powerful because millions of people benefit from their services. Influencers grow because their content inspires or entertains audiences. Authors succeed because their words impact readers emotionally or intellectually. Every form of success is connected in some way to creating value for others. There is also a hidden power in helping people sincerely. When individuals focus on contribution instead of constant self-interest, they often develop stronger confidence, purpose, and fulfillment. They stop measuring success only by money and begin understanding the deeper impact they can have on the world around them. The journey toward wealth becomes far more meaningful when it is connected to service, purpose, and continues. Retribution. A person who uses their talents only for personal gain may achieve temporary success, but someone who uses their abilities to uplift others often creates a legacy that lasts far beyond money. True wealth is not only about what a person owns. It is also about how many lives they positively influence, how much value they create, and how they use their success to make the world better for others around them. My friends, the truth behind wealth was never hidden from us intentionally. Most people simply never learned it. Wealth is not luck. It is not magic. It is not reserved for a chosen few. It is built through mindset, discipline, patience, learning, and courage. Start today. Start small. But most importantly, start now. Because your future changes the moment you decide to think differently. Thank you.